What could be a good example that you can think of in this home where you started one direction with some of the design, or an example of something you thought of that you're like, ooh, I think we need to pivot this way? Is there anything?
We've discussed in the entryway where I was committed fully to this notion of I was going to have stone that goes up and around and down. And then I also wanted to put it on the floor. I think we had bought enough stone to do that. We had a cost from the fabricator to do that. The floor people knew that that was the program. And I think it took us kind of standing in the space and saying, if we have a foyer table and we have these entrances, is this line on the floor going to feel like we're pinched in? Or do we want the floor to be continuous and allow you to flow around it? I mean, those are the kinds of things you do have to make field calls on and just say, I think it's going to feel better this way. So yeah, there's some adjustments that happen.
And what's really important too, especially in this house, is the relationship that you have with the trades, to where you can have a conversation. There are plenty of conversations like where you know the trades and the doers, where you could collect some information that you really need to make an informed decision.
Right. Or if I'm not the client, that I collect that information and share that information with the client.
Yes, exactly. So those relationships and those weekly meetings, like when they see us here once a week, they get to know everybody.
Right.
And we get to know them. But the fact that you could have that conversation saved the client a good week and a half of back and forth and talking to Trey and then having another meeting.
Or having, God forbid, them fabricate, install, and then having them rip it out.
Yes.
You know, that's like not the ideal situation.
Yes. So time and money, like pivoting quickly, but also having those relationships is critical.
Yes. So well said.
Yeah. Time and money.
Time and money.
That's what it comes down to.
Always.
Always, yeah.